live showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs. Horned Frog. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Horned Frogs will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Trying to make magic with his feet. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This is why he drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down.
Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, ball's out! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to throw it. Feeling some heat. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line.
Brings up Spurgeon.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Now adjusting. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hard running there. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Hand off from the gun. The Bulldogs get enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The ball is right at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. They're looking for the first touchdown of the day. They'll try to get it in with the run. He sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's played. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath.
He lost one down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Georgia going up tempo. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Everybody on defense did such a good job on that play, leveraging the football and using the sideline to their advantage. They weren't letting him get north. They forced him east-west, got him out of bounds for a loss.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised, you definitely shouldn't be.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Panthers that fired on all cylinders. The circle of life in college football.
Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Dogs! He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
Didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got it in the middle. It's battle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Going to go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball. You're going to have to come up with a plan to stop this guy.
On the option. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Okay, ready? Flip. 42's fire.
Here's the give off the left side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast, at the quarterback spot now, you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of
He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Off the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, TCU.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got... And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to move it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Ball lofted up for grabs and is picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back in this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Leaves it with the back. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away to buy time. Fires to the wideout. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Quarterback keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. knocked back to open this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on them. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws to the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
As a defensive guy, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understanding what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with the...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! They take the lead with the 6.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, TCU! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play. And do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, he drops to throw. Floating away. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
What a great punt return. You can see the wheels. You can see the speed. You think he's going to get in the end zone. Just gets inside the 5-yard line. Great return.
They'll run the quarterback sneak. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, TCU 30, Georgia 28.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks the tackle. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. A run for the quarterback. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the extra point was good.
That makes the score. Georgia 42, TCU 38.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. The give to the left side. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The hand to the running back. Touchdown, TCU! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to run it. Turns it on at midfield. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. To the air, it's Peterson. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. After that last pickup, in field goal range, but still time to go for the win. Wants to throw on first down. Fires on the move. It's complete. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Georgia! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Georgia, number 16.
Job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it, and get that clock running. Fielded in the end zone. It's played. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's taking a deep shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.